If you walked into a solemn imperial ancestral temple, you'd find it dedicated to the founding emperor of the great Han Dynasty's closest comrades in arms. Yet every single spirit tablet inside is completely blank, no names carved on any of them. Today, we're diving into a 1,000-year-old mystery buried deep beneath layers of power and blood. In this story, a man sits on the throne of the world, yet every single day he lives in suffocating, soul-crushing fear. To keep that cold, lonely imperial seat, he turns into a raging, mad beast, slaughtering the very brothers who once fought beside him through life and death, who took arrows and blades meant for him. This isn't just a battle that decided who would rule the land. It's a cataclysmic game that completely destroyed any last shred of trust left in human nature. Two master players used the entire empire and its people as chess pieces, dancing a bloody, merciless waltz on the razor's edge of life and death. The story begins with that shocking attempt on the first emperor's life. On the day Emperor Qin visited the ancestral temple, his massive black imperial carriage rolled slowly across the square, surrounded by heavily armored Tiger Guard troops. Xiang Yu and his men, disguised as officials, hid among the crowd. At the exact same moment, Liu Bang and his brothers also waited for their opportunity. Then a massive bronze cauldron came crashing down toward the emperor's carriage. The first to actually strike was another man, Zhang Liang. Zhang Liang was hit and wounded, but escaped under the protection of his loyal bodyguards. Liu Bang and Xiang Yu never got the chance to act, but because of that assassination attempt, the two men met and instantly recognized each other as kindred spirits. They joined forces and raised the banner of rebellion against Qin. King Huai II of Chu, the nominal leader of the rebel alliance, he issued an imperial edict. Whoever could first capture Xianyang, the capital of Qin, would be crowned King of Qin. As the supreme commander of the allied forces, Xiang Yu was proud and confident, and naturally chose the most difficult path. He led his army to confront the main force of the Qin army, numbering 400,000. Before leaving, Xiang Yu made a decision he would regret for the rest of his life. He entrusted the woman he loved most in this life, Yu Ji, to his most trusted brother. Years earlier, in a noisy tavern, Yu Ji had been forced by savage Qin officers to strip in public while playing a Chu melody. Just as Yu Ji was in despair, Xiang Yu descended like a god of war, drew his sword to save her, and asked her if she was willing to follow him. From that moment on, Yu Ji's heart belonged to Xiang Yu completely. Meanwhile, dark currents were stirring in Liu Bang's camp. Xiao He, Fan Kuai, Xiahou Ying, the brothers who had followed Liu Bang through hell and back, all wanted their share of the world. Xiao He's sharp analysis cut into Liu Bang like a knife. Liu Bang gave in. Using the excuse of escorting Yu Ji, he took a few thousand troops, slipped down a back road, and launched a surprise attack. In the end, he captured Xianyang without shedding a drop of blood. When Xiang Yu finally annihilated the main Qin army, what awaited him was the devastating news that Liu Bang had already taken the capital. The rage was indescribable. At this critical moment, a key figure appeared. Zhang Liang, one of the greatest strategists in history. Zhang Liang had first caught Liu Bang's attention by setting up an impossible chess puzzle on a busy street, defeating 10 challengers at once with godlike skill and intellect. Liu Bang humbled himself and sincerely asked for advice on how to survive. Zhang Liang's first strategy was Zhang Liang's first strategy was clever, but his deeper move was this. Sealed up all the Qin treasures, returned them to the people, and used this gesture to win the hearts of the world. This display of restraint and lack of greed gave Liu Bang the ultimate moral high ground in the battle for public support. Fan Zeng, Xiang Yu's chief advisor. Fan Zeng knew that a man who could resist the empire's wealth must be aiming for the entire empire.
喺咸陽關內請佢赴宴，當面要佢交還秦王玉璽，就喺席間刺殺之，此為上策。
Thus began the legendary feast at Hongmen. A general suddenly burst into Liu Bang's camp. His name was Han Xin, a low-ranking officer under Xiang Yu, whose talents were wasted. He had come to defect, hoping to make something of himself. He revealed Fan Zeng's entire plan to Liu Bang. Attending the banquet meant certain death. Not attending also meant death. The next day, Xiang Yu's army arrived at the gates of Shenyang, awaiting an explanation from Liu Bang.
睇下我哋韓家軍呢種陣勢，點解唔直接攻城？
你要得到嘅唔單止咸陽，仲有民心。
Xiang Yu understood Fan Zeng's intentions and smiled happily. At this time, Zhang Liang secretly met with his friend Xiang Zhuang, who had been planted in Xiang Yu's camp.
我只係想喺補秦之後，漢劉兩家可以聯手共存，俾老百姓可以喘翻口氣。
At this point, all preparations for the feast at Hongmen were complete. Before leaving, Liu Bang handed over his commander's seal to Xiao He, telling him,
你就用我軍令，自立為王。
Meanwhile, King Huai II of Chu was targeted in an assassination attempt, but Han Xin saved him.
佢哋係望月派嚟嘅刺客，係劉邦派我嚟營救你。
When Liu Bang stepped into that heavily guarded hall, lined with armored soldiers, the air itself seemed to freeze.
屬下劉邦，參見漢王。秦王玉璽喺邊度？
He offered the imperial jade seal with utmost humility. Xiang Yu sat high on his throne and arrogantly questioned him. Xiang Yu demanded that Liu Bang cut his palm and use his blood instead of wine to repent to the world.
敬漢王。
But the real battle of the banquet took place between the two master strategists, Zhang Liang and Fan Zeng. Because Fan Zeng was blind, he proposed playing blind chess against Zhang Liang, 5 games at the same time.
要為兩位高手下旨嘅，必須係天下之虎將。龍姐，話俾張先生知你嘅戰績。
一夜坑殺秦兵20萬。
立秦國降兵20萬大軍。
張良，你年少英雄，你就讓我先考嘛。
To help Zhang Liang seize the initiative, Fan Kuai bit off his own finger on the spot and used his blood to make the first move, shocking everyone present.
首局我下，4入4；第二局我下，平4-4；第三局我下，上3。
Zhang Liang deliberately gave ground in all 5 games. It looked like he was losing badly, but he was actually buying time for their escape. Fan Zeng pressed relentlessly, murderous intent radiating from him. This wasn't just a battle of intellect. It was the ultimate psychological war between the two camps. On the chessboard, the fight was brutal. In reality, the danger was even greater. Xiang Zhuang performed a sword dance under the pretense of entertainment, but his sword was aimed at Liu Bang. Thanks to Xiang Bo's help, he was stopped. In the end, Zhang Liang lost the chess games, and the forces of Xiang Yu and Liu Bang clashed. Just as Liu Bang was about to lose his life, Han Xin returned with a special pardon from King Huai II of Chu, ordering Xiang Yu to let Liu Bang retreat to Hanzhong. Xiang Yu demanded that Liu Bang kill his strategist, Zhang Liang, before he would release him. Left with no other choice,
張良叫人殺我軍師，我要你即刻殺咗佢，仲馬上放你走。
Liu Bang drew his sword, but Xiang Yu personally blocked it, saving Zhang Liang's life. Zhang Liang was left behind in Xiang Yu's camp. What Xiang Yu didn't know was that this was only the beginning of Zhang Liang's grand scheme to eliminate Xiang Yu's own advisor, Fan Zeng.
主公，今日我哋應該點算？
軍師講過，要贏項羽，就有佢下咗一步重要嘅棋。呢局棋仲未完，豪門宴而家先正式開始。
In the days that followed, Zhang Liang exploited Xiang Yu's fatal flaw of extreme suspicion. He sowed discord between Xiang Yu and Fan Zeng. He arranged for Xiang Yu to send envoys to Liu Bang's camp. Liu Bang's side greeted them warmly with fine wine and food, but deliberately let slip in front of the envoys.
如果係范增軍師派嚟嘅，當然係冇錯啦。今次真係項羽派嚟嘅啫，何必勞民傷財啫？
This clever alienation tactic made Xiang Yu question Fan Zeng's loyalty. The old man, heartbroken, submitted his resignation and left behind a brocade pouch before departing in sorrow. After Fan Zeng left, Xiang Yu openly assassinated King Huai of Chu, enraging the entire world. Liu Bang seized the opportunity. Under Han Xin's command, he launched a full-scale attack on Xiang Yu. The two armies clashed fiercely. Xiang Yu's forces were decimated under the combined assault of Liu Bang and the other feudal lords. They retreated to the city of Wujiang.
夫人，呢個係劉邦嘅密令，佢勸我唔應該作此無謂犧牲，能夠勸項王離開嘅只有你。
我哋已經走到去盡頭，我會安排項伯帶你去一個安全嘅地方，冇人可以揾到你，包括我。
At the Battle of Gaixia, the sound of Chu songs rose from all four sides. The soldiers from the east of the Yangtze lost all will to fight. Xiang Yu removed his hegemon's armor and told the fleeing soldiers,
你哋跟隨我多年，今日我八面被圍，你哋冇欠到我，各位好好珍重，就此永別。
On the banks of the Wu River, the final confrontation arrived. Liu Bang offered to spare Xiang Yu's life if he would simply admit defeat. But the proud hegemon, who would rather break than bend, refused to surrender to the lowly peasant who had once bowed before him. To free Xiang Yu from any lingering attachments, Yu Ji drew her sword and committed suicide in front of him, ending her life in heartbreaking beauty. Yu Ji's death took away Xiang Yu's last reason to live. Carrying his unyielding pride, he fell on his sword beside her. The Chu Han contention ended in Liu Bang's hard-fought victory. But when Liu Bang later opened the brocade pouch Fan Zeng had left behind, it contained only one sentence. There is a kind of chess game called mutual destruction. Liu Bang became emperor, but he turned into a tragic figure. Convinced that everyone was plotting against him, terrified that his food was poisoned. To secure his power, he began a massive purge, slaughtering his old comrades Xiaohe, Han Xin, and others. Fan Kuai stormed into the palace and demanded to know why Liu Bang had broken their old oath to go home and drink together like brothers. Liu Bang coldly closed his eyes and could only say helplessly,
我唔殺佢哋，佢哋就會殺我。
In the end, Fan Kuai, filled with grief and rage, took his own life. Many years later, an aged Zhang Liang returned to that nameless ancestral temple. He knew those blank tablets were meant to honor the brothers who died because of Liu Bang, brothers the emperor could no longer face. This grand epic ultimately dissolved into a heavy sigh within the long river of history. This film is not only a visual masterpiece, but also a brutal examination of the darkest depths of human nature. That blind chess game, played in the Hongmen Hall, ended up trapping every single one of them for the rest of their lives. In his final years, would the Han Emperor who had lost everything ever dream of the old days and miss the carefree version of himself who once drank from big bowls with his brothers? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. See you in the next video.